This single track to the wall is quite something. Look at that. This is the infamous wall. Straight up. Looks like a wall. There's the reward for climbing the wall. I still never want to do it again though. I'm now pushing my bike up a steep dirt trail. It would be rideable with fresh legs. But for me, right now, my first hiker bike of the day. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Top of Stemple Pass is very tough. Once again, I'm sure the camera doesn't show just how steep this is. My Garmin's telling me this is a 16% grade right now. I'm off the bike as this terrain is very challenging. So I'm going to walk this bit, change your muscles. That's all good. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Just keeps going. Back on the bike, 13% grade. I can see from the footsteps along the side of the trail, a lot of people just walk this. I might be back off again soon. Couldn't get it through the last day without a little bit of nonsense. Look at that. More hiker bike. Probably rideable, but this close to the finish line, why risk a big wipeout? That's not getting ridden. Well, this is lovely. Another fun descent. At least the rain has stopped. Sun's back out. And look at this. I suppose you could ride it. But no chance that I'm doing that. try this hike. Not really a trail at all, just a series of posts. You're going to try and pick your way between them. Sometimes there's thick sand, sometimes there's a trail. Sometimes it's a canyon, sometimes it's rocks. Always it's slow. Well, last night was utter shit. I reached the top of the first part of Union Pass at about 8:30. Grabbed some food, went to go to bed, and my air mattress once again wouldn't stay up. Put some extra duct tape on it, still wouldn't stay up. Put some bike patches on it, went to sleep, woke up completely flat. Put some air in it, looked for holes, found another hole, patched that, put some air in it, went back to sleep. Woke up, flat again. At that point, I basically gave up and just resigned myself to having a shit night of sleep, which is what I had. So, my legs are fried, I'm in a shit mood, and here we go. Well, now I'm even more mad about the day. My route file was wrong. It took me off on a side trail up a steep climb for about 1 kilometer before I realized that it was the wrong path when it tried to turn me onto a trail that didn't exist. So then I had to backtrack that entire route, and now re-climbing the same elevation that I had before cost me a bunch of time, a bunch of energy, and my mood's even worse. Ugh. Still not riding that. More like a bike. Today is not starting well. Coming up to the top of the hiker bike section of Union Pass. And that was tough. Starting to feel like I might get some rain because today's been too easy so far. So, 2 new fun developments. Firstly, realized that the restaurant we were heading to for lunch is closed from Monday to Wednesday. It's Tuesday today. So the first restaurant that I've got marked down would be in Pinedale, which is another 80 kilometers away. Secondly, big rock got thrown up by my front wheel on part of the descent, hit some part of the rear mech, and now I only have a couple of gears on the back that will actually stay in gear. So that's fun. Definitely on the main Indiana Pass climb now. I think this is probably harder than anything since Montana. About 16 kilometers to go at an average of 6% gradient. Whew. Be a lot of stops to cool down on this one, I think. This climb doesn't look like much unless you look at the angle of the trees, but oh my goodness, it is just relentless. I'm already at almost 11,000 feet, which means I'm higher up than all but one of the passes I've done so far, and I'm only halfway up. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. I can do hard things. Almost at the top. Just have to traverse over there, I think. I left Del Norte at 10 to come up here. It's now 3 p.m. Yes, no one put a sign at the top of this one, but that's the top of the climb. So it's 8:15. I've climbed about 9 kilometers of distance, about 1,000 feet of elevation. This is slow going. Sand and then these giant rocks. No smooth riding at all. Here comes more rain. My legs are absolute jelly. 3.5 hours sleep, definitely not enough recovery. Sand and mud is just becoming a sponge under all this water. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Bit gravel here, which is made even harder to ride by the rain. Mostly riding in the water, because that's where the gravel seems to be thinnest. If it's straight, the thick gravel, all the attraction immediately disappears. Nothing about today is easy. I am in the middle of nowhere. Short day distance wise, big day effort wise. Starting Lava Mountain, 20 kilometers, 1,000 meters, that's 3,000 foot of climbing. Halfway up Lava Mountain, 10.7 kilometers to go. 6:45, so I've been at it for about 2 hours. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Unfortunately, the climb, while not very steep, it's not the smoothest. This part would be very rideable were it not for this being the 4th mountain pass of the day and just nearly 10,000 feet of climbing under my belt. Rideable, but I'm tired. This is less rideable. Hi Bunny. Any bears around here? What do you think? Any bears? No. Hoppity hoppity hop. The descent is just as bad as the way up. Wow, and it's getting dark. Sun's gone down behind the horizon. Chasing it now. Just a little way left to get to the peak. Absolutely brutal day today. 160 kilometers, it'll be just over 160, and 10,000 feet of climbing. But I made it. Alright, Koko Claims on day one, and it's gonna suck. Look at this shit. I don't know if you can see that, but it's gross. 8.5 kilometers in total, 750 meters of vertical climb. Probably doesn't look like much on camera. This is utterly insane. Garmin's saying it's 24% gradient. And rocks so big that the wheel gets stuck on them. Craziness. Nearly 3 kilometers more of this. I can't explain how steep this is. The camera just doesn't do it. But if you look at the angle of that tree, this is so hard. Sunlight. Still more than a kilometre to go with this climb though. Not there yet. Oh, I'm going to sleep well tonight. So I hear this descent is not the easiest, so the challenges aren't over yet. It's even crazy on this side. My last border crossing between states. Made it to New Mexico. A lot of hike-a-bike in this section. I don't know why he thought that it was a good idea to add this to the route. Right, this isn't already hard enough. Let's add, 20 kilometers or more of barely rideable nonsense. It feels like a giant middle finger to the riders. I don't get it, I don't like it, and I'm sick of it. This is beautiful. This is bullshit. I don't understand why they think this is a good idea. Yeah, because this is a great route addition. Cool, cool, cool. Well, done with that horrible section of trail, but it had one last gift to give shortly before the end of it. I don't know what it was, whether it was one of the downed trees, whether it was one of the rocks that got kicked up, or what it was, but I seem to have bent my rear hanger again, and I've lost the use of my lowest 3 gears. So this sucks.